Hello and welcome to No Win, No Fee, the show where all 12 of these contestants are hoping to go home with £4,000, and I'm hoping they don't, because I do not get paid for presenting the show today. If one of these people win that money, then I go home empty-handed, with nothing, zero. No win and no fee for me. And if you don't believe me, then take a look at my contract. Here it is in black and white. Read it yourself. Remuneration: the presenter agrees that he shall receive no fee for providing the services. In fact, the only way I make anything at all is if this 12 fail to win the £4,000, then I, at last, take home some money. Let's meet the people who stand between me and my fee. Adam, Stuart, Leslie, Sean, May, Zoe, Carl, Alex, David, Lucy, Jason and Christy. And you're all complete strangers to each other. You barely met before the show, and you're not about to give any details about yourselves away, because bluffing plays a big part in this game. It's a game of assumption and presumption. I'm going to ask you to choose players who you think will get a question wrong. It's going to be sudden death, and it's going to be based on first impressions and reading body language. There are 12 of you now. In a few minutes, there are only going to be 6 of you, and we're going to start by randomly selecting just one of you. And who's it going to be first? The first person is Zoe. Zoe, I hope you're a good judge of human character. Let's find out. Join me and choose your question, please. Take a look at these 2 questions, Zoe. You've got to choose the one that you think people are most likely to get wrong.
Bottom.
The bottom question. OK, now I'm going to read that question while you try and quickly scan the faces in front of you. Take a look at them. Here's the question. Rickets is caused by a deficiency in which vitamin? A lot of people not meeting your gaze. Carl is staring very fixedly at me, not at you at all. And there's Christine on the end, just trying not to be noticed. So who do you think is going to get it wrong then, Zoe?
Lucy.
So, Lucy, Zoe thinks you're going to get the answer to this wrong. Will you join us and face your question? So is it only age with Lucy or some other factors?
No, it's mainly an age.
Mainly an age thing, OK. She's relying, Lucy, on your youth and immaturity. OK? Think about the question. You've got to get this right to stay in the game. If you do get it right, Zoe, who's put you on the spot, goes. Here we go. Rickets is caused by a deficiency in which vitamin? Take as long as you like. You still happy you chose her?
I'll probably find out now. She's a medical student.
But if she says that, she could be bluffing. She could be fibbing to us.
Yeah.
Do you want a bit more time, Lucy? I'll read the question again if you like. Rickets is caused by a deficiency in which vitamin?
I think I'll go with vitamin D.
Vitamin D for Dorothea. Now, if you're right, you take your place in the next round. But if you're wrong, you go and Zoe goes through. In fact, Lucy, I'm afraid the answer I was looking for was vitamin D, so you are right. Which means, Lucy, you take your place for the next round.
Thank you.
And Zoe, I'm happy to say you're out.
Thank you.
5 places left in the final round. 5 more people to join Lucy to play for my £4,000. Who's up next to choose a question? And it's Stuart, who doesn't look too unhappy about that. I hope you're a good judge of human nature. First impression, Stuart, join me and choose a question. Here we go, a choice of 2. Take your time, read them. Think about the people facing you. You've seen them just briefly. Which one will somebody get wrong, top or bottom? Which one are you going to go for?
I'm going to go for the top one.
The top question.
Right.
Here it comes. Study them all. How many times was Laurence Olivier married? Maybe he's not just judging on first impressions. Maybe he's thinking who looks like they're interested in showbiz in the theatre. A lot of questions probably going through your mind now, Stuart.
I think I'll choose Alex.
Not much hesitation there. Alex, it's time for you, mate, the moment of truth to find out whether you're going to go through to the next round and £4,000. Come and face your question. No hanging about for you, Stuart. Why, Alex?
Well, he's young, and I think Laurence Olivier is kind of, well, I suppose he's an actor in the past and might not know too much about it.
OK. Alex, you must get this question right to go through to the next round.
Okay.
If you do get it right, you kick Stuart out. Here we go.
Okay.
How many times was Laurence Olivier married? Now, you see, there's no pressure for me in this round at all, Stuart, because either way, one of you is heading for the door. So I'm happy.
Of course you are.
You still happy you chose him?
I think so, yes.
Alex, what's going through your mind?
I'll say that he never married.
The correct answer is he was married 3 times. Alex, you are wrong. Which means, Stuart, take your place for the next round. And Alex, commiserations, but
Yes.
on the whole, I'm very happy to say you're out. We can't hang around. There's £4,000 waiting at the end of the show for one of us. The question is, though, who's going to be the next person to go through and who's the next one to go home? And it's May May. How good is she at judging people? Let's find out. Join me, May May, and choose your question. A choice of two questions, and a choice of 7 people to answer for you, but you must select somebody that you think is going to get it wrong. Don't think about what you know as much about what you think other people know.
I'll go for the top one, please.
Your top question. I'm now going to read that question. You've got to take a look at these faces and then select somebody you think is going to get it wrong. Maybe you've got an idea already, but take a good look at all of them. What can anaerobic organisms live without? Leslie looks very relaxed. Sean is smiling, but you've got to pick somebody to get it wrong. Who's it going to be?
It's difficult, but I'd choose Leslie.
So it's Leslie. She's now nodding. Maybe she knows her anaerobic organisms. We're about to find out. Leslie, face your question. So, Leslie, you've got to get this question right. A question that May May chose and then chose you because she thinks you're going to get it wrong. If you get it wrong, she goes through. If you get it right, you stay in the game. Take as long as you like. I like to relish these moments. What can anaerobic organisms live without? So do you think Leslie's going to know the answer or make a guess or?
I think she might know, but it's a gamble.
Okay. Leslie, what can anaerobic organisms live without?
I think it's oxygen.
If you're right, you stay with us. If you're wrong, you go home and May May goes through. Leslie said oxygen. The answer is oxygen. You're right. So, Leslie, take your place. You're through to the next round. May May, hey, I'm happy to say you're out. 6 contestants left, but only 3 places in the next round. Who is going to choose a question next? And the man in the spotlight now is Sean. How good is he at judging characters and choosing questions? Sean, join me and choose your question. Choice of 2, and then you've got to put that question to one of these 5 people. Top or bottom, which one do you think is going to be the toughest to answer, or give this lot the most trouble?
I'm going to go for the bottom question.
The bottom question. And take a look at them. You've got to judge by their reactions. Which Scottish city is served by Turnhouse Airport? Take a look at their faces and pick the person you think is most likely to get this wrong.
Christine.
Christine, will you join us, please, and face your question? Why Christine, Sean? She looks like a well-travelled woman.
Yep, well, I was going for the southern accent.
Ah, that's about the only thing you glean, because you only just met before the show.
That's right.
OK. Christine, you've got to get this question right to stay in the game. If you do get it right, Sean goes home. It's as simple as that, and you're a step closer to that £4,000. Which Scottish city, Christine, is served by Turnhouse Airport? You can take your time. Still happy to have chosen Christine?
We'll see.
Would you have known the answer to this?
I wouldn't have known the answer to this one.
Some puzzled expressions there, but they could all be one big act. Here's the question again, Christine. Which Scottish city is served by Turnhouse Airport?
I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go with Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. If you're right, you go through to the next round. If you're wrong, Sean stays in the game. The answer is Edinburgh. You're right. Christine, you're through to the next round.
Thank you.
And Sean, I'm happy to say, mate, you're out. Only 4 people left, fighting out for just 2 places. Who is going to be up next? And it's Adam. A field of 3 to choose from, but first you've got to select a question. Will you join me now and choose that question? One of these 2 questions to put to our remaining 3 contestants. Which one do you want to go for, top or bottom?
I'll go for the bottom one, please, Paul.
Okay, here's your question. Study their reactions. According to the Bible, in which river was Jesus baptised by John the Baptist? Carl has been very cool, look at him. And Jason, oh, now he's giving us a little smile.
I know.
Okay, who are you going to go for?
I'll go for Jason, please.
Jason, you've kind of evaded notice so far, but it's that moment you've got to face your question. Why did you choose Jason?
Just a little smile at the end, really.
So you think the smile was him being a bit defensive?
It was, yeah, maybe.
Well, we're going to find out now, because he could guess and guess correctly, or he could know it. Could still be a regular churchgoer, could study his Bible.
Who knows?
You've got to get the answer to this one right, Jason, to stay in the game. If you do get it right, we kick Adam out. If you get it wrong, Adam stays in with a chance at my £4,000. Here we go. Take as long as you like. According to the Bible, in which river was Jesus baptised by John the Baptist? He's not smiling now, is he, Adam?
He's not, but then I think he might just know the answer, so...
So you regret choosing him now, then?
No, still happy with my choice.
£4,000 at stake, Jason. Correct answer will get you 1 step closer to that money. A wrong answer, and you leave us. According to the Bible, in which river was Jesus baptised by John the Baptist?
It's a guess. Galilee.
Jesus, I'm afraid, was baptised in the River Jordan. That's the wrong answer. Which means, Adam, you take a place in the final round, and Jason, I'm happy to say you're going to have more time to read your Bible. You're out. Just 2 left, Carl and David, but who's going to be choosing a question and who's going to be answering a question for a place in that final? And it's Carl. Carl will get the final choice of questions in this round. Will you join me now and choose that question? A lot of money at stake, only one person to choose to answer it, but we're going to leave David there for a moment so he gets the thinking time that the other contestants had before a selection was made. That's in the interest of fairness. You get a choice of 2 questions. Top or bottom, which one do you fancy? Which one do you think is going to be David's biggest area of ignorance?
I think I'll go for top.
The top question. I'm going to read it, give you some time, and then bring you forward to give us an answer. David, what is the biggest type of shark? Let's bring him forward. David, it's time to face your question. The question is, what is the biggest type of shark? You need to give us the right answer, David. A wrong answer, and you're out. And Carl goes through to the next round and plays for my £4,000. David, what is the biggest type of shark?
Well, I'm thinking of the great white shark, and I'm thinking of the whale shark. The little uncertainty in my mind is whether the whale shark is a shark or a whale.
Take a look at him. £4,000. I'll have to ask one answer fairly soon, David.
OK, yes, I've decided.
Here's the question again. What is the biggest type of shark?
I believe that it is the whale shark.
Well, for the final place in the next round, because the answer is the whale shark, David, you are right. Which means you take that place in the next round.
Thank you.
And Carl, commiserations, but hey, on the whole, I'm happy to say you're out. And well done to all 6 of you for getting this far. You've managed to eliminate your opponents, either because you're a good judge of character, maybe you're clever, or maybe you're just lucky. But let's hope you've been paying attention to each other's strengths and weaknesses, because now it's time for you to go head-to-head with each other. And with me, of course. Why me? Well, if none of you win, I put £4,000 in my pocket. Otherwise, I get absolutely nothing for presenting the show. So, I hope it's no win, no fee for you, as we all take one step closer to that money. Now, in round 2, things get definitely a bit trickier. Judgment of character is now crucial. You've got to choose an opponent before hearing the question. And to stay in the game, you've got to tell me if you think your opponent is going to get it right or wrong. And as always, we start by randomly choosing one of you. Who's going to be out first? Who's going to have to assess all 5 of their opponents and find somebody whose answer they can predict? Who's it going to be? So it's David, the last person through from round 1. David, will you join me and choose an opponent? Well, you gave me and Carl a few dodgy moments there because you had a choice of 2. You got the right answer. Now you've got to look at your opponents and pick somebody whose answer you think you can predict, or somebody whose general knowledge you can trust. Who's it going to be, do you think?
I'll pick Lucy.
Lucy, will you join us and face your question? So, here's the question. Please don't answer, Lucy. You must get this right, though, to stay in the game. David's got to predict whether you're going to get it right or wrong. Now, if you get it right, and he said you're going to get it right, that's fine. You both stay in place. But if you get it right and he says you're going to get it wrong, he goes home. Study her closely, David. Harry Webb is the real name of which pop singer? Think about it. Happy with your choice still?
Not as happy. I wish I'd picked someone older now, but I don't know.
What's Lucy's face telling you at this point?
Lucy's face is telling me she's going to get it wrong.
OK, Lucy, now he thinks you're going to get this wrong. Here's your question. You need a correct answer to stay in place. Harry Webb is the real name of which pop singer?
I'm going to take a guess. My guess is Noel Coward.
Noel Coward. The answer is Sir Cliff Richard. Lucy, you are wrong. Which means, David, you are still in the game. Lucy, I'm happy to say you're out. Sit down. OK, we are back on the random lights. 5 people left, and me, of course, making 6 in play for £4,000. I only get paid if all 5 of you fail. Who's up next? And it's Christine. Christine is going to select somebody to go up against. Christine, join me now and choose your opponent. It is tough, this, because you don't know the question I'm going to ask them, and it can come from any area of general knowledge. How's your mind working? Who are you thinking of picking on and picking out?
Go with Stuart.
Stuart. He's the next person to be put on the spot. He must get the answer right. Stuart, come and face your question. So, why Stuart, Christine?
He looks confident, but maybe he might not be so confident as he's looking.
OK, now, Stuart, you have to get this answer right. What Christine's got to do is predict whether you get it right or wrong. If you think he's giving you a right answer, you can say he's giving you a right answer, that's fine. You both stay in the game. But if he gets it right and you say he's going to get it wrong, you're out, Christine. Okay. So watch him closely.
Okay.
He's going to hear this question for the first time. Which Tory Defence Secretary lost his seat at Enfield Southgate in the 1997 general election? Don't answer. What do you reckon?
I'm going to say Stuart's not going to know the answer.
He's going to get it wrong.
Yeah, he's going to get it wrong.
If he gets it right, you're out.
Yeah, I know.
If he gets it wrong, he's out, you're in.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. I'm losing one of you, so I'm happy either way. Stuart, which Tory Defence Secretary lost his seat at Enfield Southgate in the '97 general election?
I'll go with John Major.
The answer I'm looking for is Michael Portillo. You are wrong, Stuart. Which means, Christine, you stay in the game. Stuart, I'm happy to say, sit down, you're out. 2 down, 4 to go, with me lurking, hovering like a vulture, hoping for my slice of £4,000. That's all of it. If you all fail, I get the money. Who's up next to choose an opponent? And it's David, who's already got rid of Lucy for us. David, will you join me and choose another opponent? Fairly happy with the way things are going?
Oh, I'm content to still be in it, yeah.
OK, now who do you want to get rid of next? Or whose general knowledge do you trust? It could be Adam, Christine or Leslie.
I'll choose Adam.
He spurned the ladies, he's gone for Adam. Maybe it's confidence or maybe it's cockiness. Maybe he thinks he can read you best, Adam. Adam, join us and face your question. Adam, you must give me the right answer to stay in the game. David, you've got to predict whether he's going to get the answer right or wrong. Keep watching him. First time he's heard this question. What metal is an alloy of copper and zinc? No answer. Does he know or not know?
Well, it's very difficult to tell. He didn't look too happy, but
now there's a smile playing around the corners of those lips, but don't let me influence you.
He didn't look happy, but I couldn't be sure whether it was acting or not. I think he's going to guess, and he's going to guess wrong.
So he's going to get the answer wrong?
Yeah.
OK, if he does get it wrong, you stay in. If he gets it right, he stays in, and you sit down because you'll be out. Adam, what metal is an alloy of copper and zinc?
Aluminium.
The answer we were looking for there is brass, so aluminium is the wrong answer. Which means, David, you are still in the game. Adam, I'm delighted to say, sit down, you are out. 3 people left. 3 people hoping to get their hands on my £4,000. Who's up next to pick an opponent? And it's Christine. Christine returns to choose an opponent right now. So it's David or it's Leslie?
I'm going to go with David.
David, you're back in the spotlight. It's time for you to face your question. So why David and not Leslie?
Well, he's been backwards and forwards a few times now. Maybe, you know, the pressure might be just mounting up a little bit of tactic, I don't know.
And we're all heading for a lot of money, but only one of us can get that £4,000.
That's true.
I'm going to read you a question, David. You must give me the right answer to stay in the game. Christine, you've got to predict there before you hear his answer whether he's going to get it wrong or right. Here comes your question. What were the first names of the Wright brothers who took the first powered aeroplane flight in 1903? I think he's going to get this wrong. I don't think he knows. But don't let me influence you.
No.
It's your shot at the money.
Yeah, I know.
My money. Money I want.
He's going to get it wrong.
He's not going to know.
No, you won't know the answer.
Now, you need to get the answer right to stay in the game, David. And if you do get it right, Christine leaves us. David, what were the first names of the Wright brothers who took the first powered aeroplane flight in 1903?
Well, they're both slightly strange American names, Wilbur and Orville.
As Christine knows, as we know, Orville and Wilbur is the right answer. Which means, David, you stay in the game. Christine, it has been fun. It's even more fun to say, sit down, you're out. And now it's just David versus Leslie. Or could it be me getting that £4,000? Who's up next? So it's David. Of course, Leslie has got to answer the question, will you both join me? OK, here we go. Don't answer this question, Leslie, but you have to get it right. What is the more common name for nitrous oxide? Don't say anything. £4,000 at stake. Does Leslie look confident to you or slightly worried?
It's very difficult to tell.
Because she could be bluffing.
She could be, yeah.
She could want you to say she's going to get it wrong. She gets it right and she gets the money. I think she's going to get it right. Which would be good news for me, because if she gets it right and you say she's going to get it right, we do it all over again. But if you say she's going to get it right and she gets it wrong, I get £4,000. So don't let me influence you, David.
No, no. I think she's going to get it wrong.
You think she's going to get it wrong?
Yeah.
Now, Leslie, if you do get the answer wrong, David gets the money. If you get it right, you get £4,000. Either way, I get nothing. Here we go. What is the more common name for nitrous oxide?
I think it's laughing gas.
Now, if you're right, you're £4,000 better off. If you're wrong, David gets the dough. The answer I was looking for is laughing gas. You're right. So, David, unlucky, sit down, you are out. Well done. And congratulations to Leslie, who has won £4,000. I have to say, Leslie, I didn't think you knew that. Were you acting? Were you bluffing him?
I was acting, Paul.
It's earned her £4,000 and diddled me out of a fee for the show today.
I'm so sorry.
She's not really. No win, no fee. We're going to do it again real soon. Make sure you're watching.